In the previous lecture, we understood the Spark architecture. As a part of the Spark architecture, we understood we have driver process, we have cluster manager, we have executors. At a high level, we understood what is that being done by all those three important components of driver process. Now, we'll try to understand one of the important component within the driver process. What is it? It is Spark session. So, do you remember where was the Spark session? We already revealed it. It is there as a part of the driver process, right? The Spark session, if you see, is there as a part of the driver process. Now, what and all driver process is responsible for, we already understood. Now, let us try to drill down a bit and understand what is Spark session responsible for. So, first and foremost thing is, whenever you execute a code, whenever any developer or a user executes a code, he is in a way trying to manipulate or process the data in the different executors. So, Spark session is the one which executes all the user defined manipulation or user defined operations across the executors in a cluster. Then, whenever the Spark code is submitted, Spark code is nothing but a Spark application. We have already discussed about that. Now, the Spark session will have a one-on-one correspondence with the Spark application. One more important thing is, as we have already seen, we have different language APIs as a part of our Spark. So, Spark session is available in a Python console also, in Scala console also. Spark session is available when you start the console, whether you want to work through Scala or whether you want to work through Python as well. Having understood what is Spark session, let us try to understand what are the different modes through which the Spark session is available. One of the very important is mode which is available is interactive mode. What do you mean by interactive mode? Interactive mode is nothing but when you open a console or a terminal and start typing. That is what the interactive mode is. Let's go and understand in practical how the Spark session is available in a interactive mode. I am logging in now. Okay, so what I am trying to do is I am trying to invoke PySpark. I am invoking PySpark. You can see now, if you really pay attention here, we have a Spark session available as Spark. This is what I was referring when I was telling you in interactive mode, Spark session is available implicitly. That means you need not invoke the Spark session separately when you go ahead and log into the terminal. When you go and invoke the PySpark as a part of the console or as a part of the terminal. So, and one more thing what I want to show you is, so now we have already discussed about, this is the PySpark terminal, okay. And in the same way, we can go ahead and invoke one more Scala Spark. If you want to work in Spark through Scala, then you should say Spark -shell. That is where it will invoke the Scala session for you, through which you can work on a Scala Spark. It is invoking. Let's wait for this. It's getting invoked. Okay, you can see it, right? So I used a command spark-shell to invoke the Scala shell to work on the Spark. We understood how the Spark session is available implicitly in interactive mode. One more mode would be standalone mode. So whenever you come out with a Spark application through IDEs, Spark session will not be available implicitly. You need to create the Spark session object so that you can go through that to execute the code across the clusters. How does it look like? Let us see that. So this is a PyCharm IDE I am using. You can see it here, right? We are creating a Spark session. We'll understand how do we create the Spark session and all those things in upcoming classes. Now, the idea here is a Spark session in standalone application will not be available implicitly. We need to create that. Okay, how do we create that? We will create that like this. Okay, Spark session dot builder master. You can give a name here, and you can give the app name. You can give any app name here and config. This is how you need to create the Spark session when you are working with the Spark application or working with the Spark in an IDE. Thank you.